This is Anthony with True Diamond Heart, continuing our video series on Wake Up and Live. We were speaking about reactivity versus responsibility, and now we've come to the last two videos. If you haven't seen them yet, please check them out. This will be more valuable to you if you do. They'll be earlier on the YouTube channel, two before this on the YouTube channel, True Diamond Heart. So, what we've come to believe through conditioning and programming and having adopted that now that we're of age, adults, we are responsible for what's happened to us, no matter what they did to us. Yes, oh yes, we were badly conditioned, badly raised, badly programmed. Oh yes, absolutely. And they did do those terrible things to us, for sure. But now, as we're starting to awaken, we're taking responsibility for the fact that it's in me now, and I have to work with it where it is. Past is gone, can't change it. Present is here, future will never happen. It's always just a moving present. So in the present, I must be responsible for what it is that's here now. Without that, there's no growth. We're ensleepening and back into the chaos and into the instability and the suffering within and without that's created by being asleep. The awakening process, we begin to take responsibility. Now, what we falsely come to believe, even think to the point of thinking we know, is that freedom is the absence of responsibility. I am free because I'm on a beach with nothing to do and everybody's cooking my food and cleaning my room and bringing me drinks and sexing me up and everything's taken care of. I have no responsibility. I am free. This is how I want to live. People that have the economic and the propensity to live that way find themselves with all kinds of addictions, If that's where you're looking for freedom, it will not fulfill you. It will leave you absolutely empty, looking for substances and really, really unpleasant relationships and just sickness all around. That's what will result from that kind of seeking for what it is your essence wants in a freedom that is the absence of responsibility. Freedom is actually responsibility. If you understand that taking responsibility for your inner world especially, the outer world you take responsibility for, meaning you have the ability to respond to it, but you can't control it. The inner world it's not exactly a control, but you have the ability to work with it in letting go of control to reveal the essence that will heal you. You do have that kind of full control over your inner world. Your outer world, you have the full ability to respond within to what happens without, but you can't control your outer world. It will be chaotic at times. It will be what you want, what you don't want. It is the outer world, right? The outer manifest world. But freedom is the understanding and the living into your ability to respond. If, for example, I understand, I'm at the place where I enjoy housework. Now, that wasn't true for many, many years, but now it has to be done. And the fact that it has to be done is not necessarily something I fully look forward to or I don't look forward to when it happens. If I'm able to be mindful and present, it has an elegance to it. There's that story, the Zen story of the master. And the disciple comes up and says, "Master, how do I find enlightenment?" And the master says, "Have you eaten?" And the disciple says, "Yes, master." And the master says, "Wash your bowl." Wash your bowl, right? Be practical. Find yourself in the truth of your life. Whether you quote unquote like it or don't like it, you will, in being responsible for it and taking responsibility for your inner world and for what you need to do around you, you will find joy and the light that you're looking for, the awakening. Freedom is the ability to respond. When that person insults me, as we had the example in the last video, if I am fully responsible, I am free from the reactivity. He calls me a stupid idiot. You're such an idiot. And if I am fully responsible, it has no effect on me because I am free. I'm able to respond within with full understanding that this has nothing to do with me, with my essence. If it lands on my personality, my ego, my sense of self, my thought, my fake, we've spoken about that in past videos in this series, my held together personality, then that's going to be very reactive and I'm going to not be free because I'm reacting to something I'm suffering. I don't want to suffer. That's a fact. None of us want to suffer. Some of us are so perverse we think suffering is pleasure, but that's just more confusion. So if I really don't want to suffer and I'm taking responsibility, then what he said is, in here, I am responsible for what happens here, able to respond, and I simply understand fully that this has nothing to do with me. He's living his life. He said what he said. I am essence. He is essence. I am able to respond to his insult in a way that fully just says, this energy passes right through, like a breeze passes through an open window with no resistance. And here I am. I'm free. I'm free of the pain of the reactivity to his insult. Freedom is responsibility. Responsibility is awakening consciousness. Stay with us. We're still deeply in the waking up process, which is life. It's not life to be asleep. We'll talk about that next video.